Welcome. We're back for another interview here at Azurefest, this time with Devlin. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Oh, yeah, sure. So I'm Devlin Duldulao. I'm originally from Manila, Philippines, and now working and living in Oslo, Norway. So yeah, I wear a lot of hats in my company. Sometimes mobile developer, sometimes front end, sometimes back end, sometimes sysadmin or DevOps engineer, whatever. So no specialty.
What's the company you're working for there?
So it's an IT consultancy company called Meta, but we have a mother company. It's bigger and international. It's just Crayon. So it's a Norwegian company in Oslo. Yes.
And what brought you all the way here to the Netherlands today for Azurefest?
Okay, so came here to present something. It's about AI development or AI building AI applications.
AI and Azurefest, you have to explain me. How does Azure connect with AI?
Okay, so Azure and AI. So in Azure there are services that we can use related to AI, data science, machine learning. So the Microsoft just released a tooling that we can use, developers can use. It's an abstraction, it's an SDK where you can use it to talk to Azure's one of Azure's services, which is Azure Open AI. And not only that, you can use this SDK to talk to OpenAI, which is well known for their product, which is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And yeah, so basically, it's an abstraction of different endpoints or AI services or LLMs platforms. And
was your session about this topic, or did you present something else today?
Oh, it's basically the topic was about that library, which is semantic kernel or that SDK. And yeah, I did some like theories or some history of this GPT or ChatGPT, and what's the technology behind that? Why it's so smart that it brings you like this human-like response, and basically you can just like talk to it like a human, make jokes or ask questions, or it's like you're talking to the person. And
what's one of the things that you like most about this technology? Can you tell me a little bit more what you presented in your session about this? Because I think you are passionate about this subject, or else you wouldn't have done a session about it, I think, right?
Oh, definitely. Yes. I'm passionate about a bleeding edge in technology, in IT technology. What I like about what I did or what I presented is about how we can use AI, machine learning, these models, into bringing values to people, to users, to businesses, and what it can do to improve our daily lives.
And also the developer life, or
yes,
are
definitely.
you most think about your end users, or also about what it brings to developers?
So yeah, the value, of course, it's not only for users. So it helps developers. This SDK, it helps developers orchestrate things that you want to know or to get. For example, questionings, or we have this terminology prompt, meaning you're sending text to OpenAI, like you're being specific in this, like a sentence structured, very specific. The more the sentence are constructed in in like granular, or you have this, things that I want this, I want this, I want this to be like this, to be like this, to be like this. It's getting more specific and mm, in responding more appropriate to really what you need. So going back to your question, what I'm passionate about is this, GPT, or most people knows chat GPT,
Yeah,
the way you
yeah.
interact to that software. It's like a search engine, but Google, Yahoo before, like, and then Google, we use it daily, or not daily, but most of the time we search something, right? um you're searching for things, and the way ChatGPT would respond is, it's like, okay, it's it's a conversation. This is explain things, and then this is, and and it's it's very different from search engine, where in Google you have this first page, which is
Yeah.
results of 1 to 10, first 10 results with some ads, right? And you have to click on links just to see what are you looking for, verify something, or you have an option like, okay, clicking first result, second result. In ChatGPT, it just brings you this whole reply of, this is it, this is it, this is it.
It helps you search a little bit deeper, so it helps you to find exactly what you are looking for. Is that what you're meaning?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that what
yeah,
you're
and
saying?
again, it saves time, because it's, you don't have to click a lot of links just to get to what
It
what you
takes you
wanted.
specifically to the parts of a site where you're only interested in.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
gives you this result right away. Mhm.
And from your session today, what is the biggest takeaway you want to give the audience today?
Okay, so the biggest takeaway that I can say from my presentation would be, there's a lot actually.
Oh, you can tell more than one, of course.
Okay, yeah, sure. Um, Explaining how ChatGPT works. So I ended up talking about natural language processing, which
Mhm.
is uh, um, responsible for responding like human, like you can talk to, and large language models, which is also known as LLMs,
Yeah.
which nowadays trained in billions of parameters, millions of parameters, trillions of parameters, and these parameters are properties uh, of how we would train models, feeding models with this bunch of gazillions of text, just to know facts and whatnot. Um, so yeah, giving a 10,000 foot view of how it works. And not only that, I think I talk about uh, the mechanism behind um, this specific architecture in training models, which is the concept of attention.
Mhm.
So it's a mechanism which is very scalable, more efficient than previous way of reading text, because in the previous in this RNN way of reading text, it's gonna be like from left to right.
Yep.
So if the text is long, sentences are long, it's gonna be like, of course, it's proportionate to time it takes to finish it from end to end. But in this architecture, this attention, so self attention, it came from Google Lab research, where they put in the paper, you only need attention. So this mechanism gets the meaning of the sentence. It doesn't get it from left to right. What's the meaning
Yeah.
of this sentence?
So
What's
you
the
don't-
context?
So you don't have to verbally have the exact same sentence,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he already understands what you're meaning.
Yes, this
Yeah.
this that's just the meaning of the sentence. It doesn't matter how you
How you
construct the
rephrase it.
sentence, rephrase it,
Yeah.
just the essence, which is really quicker, and it's doing it in you know in a parallelism way of this strings of text. And if you can do parallelism, of course you can scale.
Yeah.
And that's how
That's what they
we
did.
get there of training models with these billions of parameters, trillions. For example, this GPT-4 version 4, there's approximately 100 trillion parameters.
That's an awful lot.
Yeah, it basically scanned the whole public internet, and yeah, that's why these LLMs know a lot, and you can talk to it.
Yeah. And in your opinion, does this technique will become more important in the future?
So,
AI, so like the chat backends, will it be even more important in our near future?
okay, if will it be more important in the near future? In some scenarios, yes. In because it's, of course, it's case to case basis. We use applications, right, in our
Yeah.
daily lives, and there are applications that are different from each other. And I would say this GPT, since you're dealing with responses from computers, be like, human responses. Uh, you're trying to talk to computer by writing something in the input form. So
Mhm.
basically, if you have an application where you ask queries or questions from your users, or like search, you have the search bar. I would say, yeah, it will
going to
improve.
help
I mean,
us.
it's improving actually now,
Yeah.
improving our lives.
But there are also some noises that you hear, some signs that also these kind of data is getting corrupted more and more with incorrect answers, with false information.
Mhm.
What is do you have an opinion about that, or
Oh,
don't you
yeah,
see those
yeah,
signs yet?
yeah. Those are drawbacks of, LLMs are not perfect. One of those are, give you um,
Because they are fed with
false, yeah,
with information
information.
from online, and that
Mhm.
could as well be
Yeah,
wrong
exactly.
information.
So it's just numbers games. Not yeah. The more you put out there, it's, it's just how many false information you can provide. You can feed in the LLMs or large language models, train it, and then it will just answer you what it's being taught.
Yeah.
Just like, like someone's like you're brainwashing someone. So those are like some drawbacks. Of course, you have to verify it. So it's the key there is to verify, if
What you give it as an input.
yeah, what you get
before you
from
input it.
well, yeah, from the responses of for example, ChatGPT. You have to verify. Don't rely on like, okay, this is it, this is what I get, this is what I believe. No, you check it out. If it's true, still you have to try other resources, like, of course, going back to Google and asking same question. If you can just do your due diligence of checking
Yeah.
if this is true or not. So it's not perfect.
Of course, nothing is perfect. I agree. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for talking about your session. This session will be online, so please like and subscribe to our sessions, and hope to see you again another
yes.
time in another event.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to chat.
Thank you so much.